Welcome back to another installment of Injustice Year Zero. Now, in our last installment, what we saw was the Joker. He took control of Black Canary's mom. Now, we saw the Justice Society and the Justice League go up to the Watchtower in space. Now, Black Canary's mom joined them, and she started screaming and blew a hole in the Watchtower. Now, all these heroes who can't fly and cannot survive in space are out in space and are about to die. And the only ones who can save them are Batman and Superman. Now, guys, this is a huge issue that sets up the final two issues, and you can say the finale to this entire run. But this is an issue written by Tom Taylor and drawn by Keon Torme. If you guys are ready, let's dive into this issue. We begin in Metropolis. Superman flies in and says to Lois Lane, "I saw Dr. Midnight. He gave me our news. I'm sorry I wasn't with you." Lois responds, "Don't be. I heard what happened to Jay. Are you alright?" Superman says, "Joanne was packed for both of them. She and Jay were ready to leave. It's going to be harder if we have a child. It's enough knowing I'd be leaving you if something goes wrong. But I don't know if I can look after a child and the world at the same time." Lois says, "You don't have to, Clark. We have a good life already. I'm content. You're enough. More than enough." Superman smiles and says, "That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I might take some time off." And Lois smiles. She says, "Really? You'd take parental leave from being a superhero." Now to the Superman heroes from far away in space. Justice League. Now he flies off. We see Batman in the Watchtower with Dr. Fate, the Amazing Man, Hourman, Hawkgirl, and they're protected by Dr. Fate. Batman says, "We've been attacked. The Watchtower. Fate managed to protect some of us, but there are people in space. I'm going after them." Now Batman goes out. He tries to save as much as he can. He says, "I won't be able to reach them all in time." And that's when Superman comes into orbit and he says, "It's alright, Bruce. I'm here." Superman saves Green Arrow, Starman, all these heroes. He flies in. Now, that's when Hawkgirl says, "No, you can't let Dinah Drake in here." And Black Canary says, "Please, be careful of my mom. She's not herself." Dr. Fate grabs Hawkgirl by the arm and says, "Yes, she is herself now. He's gone. The Joker has left her mind." Now, Dinah Drake says, with her hands in her face, "He could see in my head. He knows so much of what I know." Now, we see Joker and a truck with his henchmen, right? And they're driving through the road. He says, "Damn it. Yes, I know. They'll be coming for me. I'm not an idiot." Now, the amulet of Opalfist continues to speak to him. He says, "How?" Now his henchman Gary says to him, "What was that?" Joker says, "Oh, Gary, you weren't supposed to hear them. Gary, step out into traffic." Now you see Gary opens the door and he steps out into traffic, and a truck hits him in the face and kills him. You see blood splatter the window and you hear a scream. Now you see Joker. He starts to drive into Bloodhaven and he says to the amulet of Opalfist, "Fine, I'll find you. Where are you? Seriously. That's a long way away." Now we go back to the Watchtower, and Superman has Mr. Mintz in his hands. He says, "Miss Drake, I believe Mr. Mintz belongs to you." Dinah says, "Thank you." Now Dr. Fate says to Batman, "I can't keep everyone protected with magic indefinitely." Now Batman says, "No, we need to leave everyone into the teleporters." Green Arrow says, "Where are we going to?" And we see later at the Hall of Justice. So all these heroes went from the Watchtower to the Hall of Justice. And this is actually a very beautiful image drawn by Keon Torme. I really like it. Now, that's when we see all the heroes walk in. Green Arrow says, "The Hall of Justice has a lot of perks over the Watchtower. My favorite being that you can open a window without being sucked into the cold vacuum of space." Now, Starman says, "We can't just wait around for the Joker's next attack. That's asking for trouble. When it comes to corrupt madmen full of power, action is required. It's something we used to be very good at." Now, that's what Superman says. "I know, Starman. We're heading out. We'll keep our distance. But we're going to search the whole country." The heroes go out to look. Now we see a day later in Egypt. Joker is in the sand and he's drinking a beverage, right? He's chilling. Now he has this man who he's controlling who's digging into the sand. Now that's what Joker says. Tick. Perfect. That's the sound we're after. You can take a rest. Now the man falls to the ground dead because he's dehydrated. He's been out in the heat working for a while. And Joker says, I say you could take a rest. I didn't say you could drop dead. Are basic instructions so hard? Here we go. So, this is where you live, huh? Now, that's when we see this helmet, and it speaks to him. It is not where we live, it is how we communicate. This is the object through which we can gift our powers to you. Joker lifts the helmet up. He says, it's a little extreme, kinda like you're trying to, you know? Not the first ancient evil to need a makeover. Now, that's when Joker takes out a marker and draws a smiley face on the helmets. The helmet speaks to him even more. What are you doing? This helm is older than stars. Now Joker says, oh, shut up. Your lords of chaos. You can deal with a little defacing. Now, so Joker looks at the helmet and he says, okay, that works. The smile. But before I fully commit to this, what level of chaos are we talking here? Pets talking and revealing all our most personal secrets, or people walking around their insides and the outsides? I should say, neither of those are deal breakers. Now the helmet says, the chaos will be yours to determine. You will be our champion. Your enemy shall tremble. Joker puts on the helmets. He says, okay, I'm in. Now so you see this big blast, and it takes control of him. He says, oh, and they continue to say, this is going to be fun. Now the helmet says to him, what first? And Joker says, let's stick to the plan. He flies off with all his power, and he says, destroying Batman's heroes still sounds like a great time. Now we get to do it with a little more style. We just have to find them. The helmet says to him, we know where the Lords of Order are. Order has always been the enemy of chaos. Joker flies into the ocean. He says, well, that's convenient. Now we see the Hall of Justice. Dr. Fate says, something's coming. Batman looks at Dr. Fate and says, Fate, what is it? And Dr. Fate responds, chaos. Joker arrives at the Hall of Justice. He says, knock knock, and you see this huge explosion. Yeah, cool. And Joker breaks into the Hall of Justice. And we see next the final confrontation. So that was Injustice Year Zero, number 12. And yeah, guys, another solid issue with great art by Keon Torme. And he really blew out of the water in this issue. He has like images of the Hall of Justice, Joker gaining the powers of the Lords of Chaos. It looks epic, it looks beautiful, it looks really good. And the tone of the issue fits with the artwork. So I really like that. Now, what sucks is this Keon Torme's last issue on the series. He won't be returning for the final 2 issues, even though I feel like this was his best issue. But still, I trust Tom Taylor to bring in a great artist to fit that role, and an artist that his style is kind of similar to Keon Torme's. We'll see, but for now though, the artwork was amazing this issue, and the writing was as well. Tom Taylor does a great job in setting up the final 2 issues, the finale to the series, as we see some fallout from last issue, all the heroes preparing for the final fight against the Joker at the Hall of Justice, and the ending. Joker getting a major upgrade, which was really dope. Him like putting on the helmet of chaos and like drawing a smile on it was just an awesome moment, guys. It fit the Joker and gets me excited to see what he does. But yeah, guys, overall, I'm gonna give this issue a 9 out of 10. I definitely recommend it, but you guys tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it from 1 to 10? And give me your theories for next issue, alright? Because I really want to hear your thoughts on this. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, give a big thumbs up. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next Injustice Year Zero video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.